I've always been the kind of girl who rearranges her room. It all started when I was 7. Little me and my Barbies repositioning my bed like it was going to change my life. And honestly, it kind of did, at least for a good few days or so. Now, will rearranging your room miraculously fix your entire life? No. But it is one of the most fun activities a girl can participate in. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pretend like this is the beginning of an early 2000s rom-com. You know, the one where the girl decides something in her life needs a change. And you're going to pretend like you don't see the tripod in the corner. Deal? All right, now that we're agreed, cue that sunshiny, optimistic, everything is about to change montage music now.
Skip down Mystic Street, have a smile, it's on me. Cross down traffic place and Jimmy's singing. Wonder Bread Factory, surplus stores and Maybelline. Hold my hand, I hold my own. Gotta get me out of the junkyard, keep kicking back and lay with those summertime dreams. It's a really good life. We got the good life. Burning up into the raspberries on, turn up the stereo, baby, have some fun. It's a good life. We got the good life.
Now, I don't know if this is just me, but lately I've been wanting my life to feel a little bit more like magazines and landline phones. I'd even take dial-up internet over doom scrolling any day of the week. And you know what? I want to watch DVDs on one of those chunky little TVs. It all began the morning when I found my dream dresser on the jewel and light of every girl's life, Facebook Marketplace. And suddenly, I could see it. The dresser, the little chunky TV on top, maybe a stack of DVDs next to it. I had a vision, a revelation of what this room could be. So I measured the bookshelf for reference to kind of see how the dresser would fit in this space. And then I took a good long look around the room. And as the girl that I am, the decision was made right then and there. I'd have to rearrange everything, and I was thrilled. Now, usually in the movies, this would be that bit when the girl gets a coffee and gets to work. But in Utah, it's slightly different. That usually means you would get a dirty soda. Utahns are obsessed with them. I don't really do soda, though. It's too fizzy, too risky. If you know, you know. So we got refreshers, which were surprisingly a solid 10 out of 10 on the this tastes like a fairy brooded on top of a cloud and infused it with sunshine scale.
I don't know the lyrics, I'm just going like this.
Did you know this was Olivia Rodrigo?
Nope.
Honestly, I considered turning the car around in this moment. Utter disappointment. But pop culture incompatibilities aside, we still had a dresser to find.
Walk it off, baby. You're so hot. You're so hot.
Okay, Taylor.
Okay, he got some points back for knowing this reference.
Oh my god, baby, are you okay? Walk it off, baby. Just walk it off. You're still hot, baby. You're still hot.
Behind every girl who finds the Facebook Marketplace items is a man shoving a big piece of furniture into the back of a Subaru or truck or a U-Haul. We have rented U-Hauls before.
Good enough. We did it. Let's go.
With the dresser secured, we set out to find our perfect chunky TV, which turned out to be way larger than I expected. But it was love at first sight. Size didn't matter because she was perfect.
I thought it was going to be heavier. She's beautiful.
Good job.
You should tell him to call me Andie.
It was the next morning, while rewatching Pretty in Pink for the bajillionth time, despite the injustice of the ending, I am forever a ducky girl, that I had a second decorating revelation. The wallpaper in Andie's room, the bench, the bookshelves, they were the missing pieces. There was just one small problem. I had none of those things.
Hey, babe.
Now that I could finally see the room fully envisioned, I just had to figure out how to build it. So I did what any girl does in a time like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Jared's just terrorizing the children this morning. Okay.
I had used peel and stick wallpaper before, so I assumed I knew what I was doing this time around.
But it was so close.
Sometimes I have dreams.
Turns out, putting up peel and stick wallpaper is one of the most infuriating things a person can do in this life.
High in the sky.
I'm fully convinced it was invented by the devil himself.
It's
not straight.
But then I realize I'm Supergirl and I'm here to save the world. And I wanna know who's gonna save me.
Oh my god.
I'm Supergirl.
Meanwhile, Jared's doing it like he's entered some kind of meditative flow state. He's like the Aragorn of wallpaper. Like, what is this? He's got a cat on his back. You'd think he's actually enjoying himself. Oh, he is. Oh dear, he's vibing.
Done.
And as luck would have it, my period arrived right in the middle of putting up wallpaper. So I did what any woman deserves to do on the first day of the worst week of the month. I took to my bed to rot in peace. And I brought with me my trusty survival provisions. A blanket for nest building and avoiding pants, very important. Dark chocolate for medicinal purposes and because it's one of the girls' greatest loves. And Alexandre Dumas for emotional support literature. So while Jared was now in charge of the peel and stick demons, I let chocolate and Alexandre Dumas take it from there. I placed my recovery in the hands of dark chocolate and 19th century revenge literature. And honestly, morale improved almost immediately, despite the feeling of a rusty knife being twisted around in my gut. By the end of the day, Jared was finishing up wallpaper as my cramps were finishing me. But it was okay, because the room was starting to look exactly how I envisioned it.
Oh my gosh. Please tell me you did not just hear that sound that my knee made. This is life in your 30s. Can I tell you guys something? It's something that I think about pretty consistently, but don't talk much about it here, which is ironic. But first of all, I just want to thank you so much for being here. You have so many videos on the internet to watch, and you're choosing to be here with me, and I do not take that for granted at all. Thank you so much for showing up to watch my videos, to leave comments. That takes time out of your day, and I'm so honored that you're choosing to spend a little bit of it here with me. I think one of the reasons it takes me sometimes so long to post videos is, well, besides living in a body that doesn't want to work properly a lot of the time, is because I feel like as time has progressed and I've made video after video after video, year after year after year, I've noticed myself feeling like they need to be continually getting better and better and better. And there's this little voice in my head that's like, this video has to be better than your last one. And if it's not, then you're going backwards. Which is absurd. I know that. So then there's the other voice in my head that's like, well, I guess if I can't be more creative and better storyteller, then it's like, what are we doing? And should we continue doing this? Like that's the other voice. And I realize that's kind of that all or nothing mindset where it's like, if it can't be perfect, then it's just not worth doing at all. So recently I've really been trying to push back on that mindset because I know it's not healthy, and especially it's not helpful for any type of creative person. You can't have that mindset of perfection. So this video, for example, I'm giving myself 4 days to edit it, which might seem like a really long time, but I promise it's progress for me as someone who usually spends anywhere from 60 to 70 to 100 hours of editing per video. 4 days is less, but still doable. It's hard sometimes not to see my videos as my job. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to make videos. I have so many ideas in my head. I have so many. But there's also this pressure of, well, they have to perform well and they have to do well. We have to pay rent. We have to pay our bills. And we've always been fine. Like, we've never not been able to do that, and that's such a blessing. Then I'll go back and kind of analyze which videos have done well. And it always just so happens to be the ones that I spend a week and a half filming, 2 weeks editing, 100 hours of work easily just in the editing process. And so then my mind latches onto that as like, okay, that's my standard. That is what works. So that's how much time you need to be putting into each video. And it sounds so silly and ridiculous talking about it now and like having those words come out of my mouth. So with this video, I told myself I just have to post it anyway. 4 days of editing, that's it. And that is slightly terrifying if I'm honest, but it's also freeing in a way, because deep down I know that progress doesn't really come from waiting until everything is perfect. It comes from just doing the thing, you know? So that's something that I've really been intentionally trying to work through, especially in therapy, which I probably wouldn't have been able to do on my own. Therapy has played such a huge role in this. And that's why I really appreciate working with BetterHelp, who is kindly sponsoring today's video. Therapy has been so helpful because it's given me a space to really unpack those patterns that I've noticed in myself, like perfectionism. And I don't know that I'll ever not be a perfectionist, but therapy at least has given me tools to help me manage when I notice myself kind of spiral or having these thoughts of it has to be all or nothing, it has to be perfect or we're not doing it. Therapy is helping me manage that so that I can still function and show up the way that I need to, not only here just on YouTube, but for myself and just in day-to-day life. I know that it's not about suddenly becoming a whole new person and disregarding the bits of us that we wish we could change. It's really just about taking those small, imperfect steps forward, even if it's just a little baby step. If you've been thinking about starting therapy, BetterHelp makes it a lot less overwhelming. They make it really easy to get started. You just take a quiz that will get you quickly matched with a licensed therapist. And then in my opinion, one of the most important parts, if that therapist that you get matched with isn't the right fit, you can change at no extra cost. This is totally normal. It gives you that space to find a therapist that you can connect and feel safe with. So if there's something that you are trying to work on, whether that be something like me as a creative with perfectionism, or just anything that you feel like you could use a little helping hand along the way with, you can use the link down in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Desi to get 10% off your first month. D'Artagnan, oh, you're such a good boy. Do you want to say hi? They miss you a lot of the time on YouTube. He says, I just want to lay here and sleep. Let me see if I can get him up. Let me say hello. Oh, there he is. He's an old man. He enjoys his naps. So today we are going to be building bookshelves. I'll be doing the heavy work. You guys can cheer me on because I'm going to need it. This feels like something I should be able to do pretty easily because I read books and it's bookshelves. But this is IKEA we're talking about. I'm going to try to throw out the directions and not look at them because I have built a few of these before and I have power tools this time. So this should be a breeze. Fingers crossed. Oh, this is unreasonably heavy. Like, what did they put in here? It's, IKEA said, let's use, ouch.
Are you okay? Oh, jeez.
The extension bit.
Hey, here's what's going on in my mind in this exact moment. Oh, hey, these look a little bit like balance beams. What if I did a cartwheel? You know what? No, wait, maybe that's a terrible idea. Let's do a somersault instead. And then I think Gatsby got a bit jealous because...
Gatsby!
Despite a little damage to his pride, he was completely fine.
Okay, be honest. Do you guys think that I can make these without looking at the instructions? You know what? Don't answer that. I'm gonna try. Come here, Binksy girl. High five. Good girl.
Which one should we do, Goose? Which one should we do? Maybe it was the high five from Binks, or maybe it was the cramps finally retreating, but I was feeling motivated. Motivated enough, at least, to think that with some custom paint from Home Depot and enough determination, I could turn IKEA bookshelves into built-ins. So I put on some S Club 7 and got to work.
tell that I tried to give myself a 90s blowout this morning? I don't know if my hair is holding it very well or if I just didn't do it properly. I only do heatless curls, so this is new for me. So I realized that in order to watch my TV with the DVD player, I need DVDs, and I didn't have any.
So this felt like a perfect excuse to go thrifting. After all, what better place is there to search for nostalgic DVDs, or, well, basically anything, than the thrift store?
This is one of my favorite comfort films. I wonder if it's all scratched up. Oh, that's looking rough. Well, maybe we can clean it. Maybe it'll work. I have to have this.
Please tell me your favorite romantic comedies in the comments, especially if there's like a cult classic you think that I might have missed. I have a feeling that there are at least a few that I'm embarrassingly behind on.
Best romantic comedy since When Harry Met Sally. And I've never seen this. But you've seen it, Jared.
Yeah, I've recommended it to you a couple times.
You guys aren't ready for this. Okay, first, Clueless. One of my go-to, I'm just gonna pop this on in the background for the vibes, for the music, for the 90s wait, is this 90s or 2000s? 1995. The aura that comes out of the TV when this is on, incredible.
As if.
And then another masterpiece, the opening song of this. If you want to, we can get higher, higher. That is utter dopamine and nostalgia for me. And then it just keeps getting even better. We've got Princess Diaries 2. I've probably seen this, I am not exaggerating, 100 times.
I beg your pardon.
And then, I found Pretty in Pink. Ducky is one of my favorite film characters ever.
Oh God, I love this woman. I love this woman and I have to tell her. And if she laughs, she laughs.
A less known gem, maybe, Just My Luck, which is Lindsay Lohan and Chris Pine. The scene when they're in the bathroom with all the bubbles that have come out of the washing machine.
What can I say? I am a pathetic disaster and I give up.
You give up?
It feels great.
And then we got My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts. Not as much of a comfort film, but still so good. And then the nostalgia and happiness that this cover brings me, we've got the Girls Rule collection. I know I already have Clueless, but I also got Mean Girls and She's the Man. And then I will never not pick up an Audrey Hepburn movie. I found Funny Face, which is, oh, I love this movie so much and it's so perfect for springtime. Oh, another classic that I watch every autumn, specifically at the end of summer going into autumn, is Runaway Bride. And then one of my favorite movies ever is Only You with Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr. This is Robert Downey Jr. in a rom-com in Italy and he is phenomenal.
How could you do this to me?
Because I'm in love with you.
What kind of an excuse is that?
She's the one.
And then I got The Prince and Me with Julia Stiles. I love her in 10 Things I Hate About You, but I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Says it's an enchanting modern day Cinderella story that everyone will love. I'm excited to watch this. Have any of you watched it? And then Jared recommended Must Love Dogs. I've never seen this. The back says it is the best romantic comedy since When Harry Met Sally, and it was made in 2005. And the last one, not a rom-com, but I had to get The Lord of the Rings. It's The Fellowship of the Ring, which is my favorite of the trilogy. I put this on all the time too, even just to watch the first 20 minutes of it over and over and over, because it makes me so happy. I really feel like I've just gone treasure hunting and I have all of these new treasures. There's just something about physical media. What is it that, is it the pushback? Like it feels the opposite of AI, or it just feels tangible so we can actually hold it? Or it just reminds us of what it was like when we were younger? I don't know, but it's working. I'm so happy.
It was the moment of truth. Would the TV not only turn on, but actually play the DVDs properly? A little detail we hadn't yet verified. Fingers crossed, because we're about to find out.
All right, she's ready to go.
I'm so excited.
Look, I feel like it
Nice.
just needed a little something
Nice
extra.
little addition. You want to do the honors?
Yes. Okay, moment of truth.
Aha!
Oh my
I'm a genius.
gosh! Okay, which one should we test?
All right,
I
let's
love
do
it.
whatever's on top. How to lose the guy in 10 days.
Okay, that's a good choice. Okay, can I push it to close or?
You could try. And now you have to like go behind this second. Ooh. Dang it, I wish we had the remote because we just got a special feature.
I know, maybe we can buy a remote.
Yep.
To be honest, it's been so long since I've watched a DVD, I don't even remember what it's like when it skips.
Sometimes it'll like glitch the image, or sometimes it just skips like a part. Or it freezes. That's the worst.
Ooh, the sound is good.
Turn it up.
That's loud.
What you getting?
What's
I love it.
Nice.
Good morning. It's decorating day, which is my favorite day. I got something in the mail that I think is just going to be the completing piece for this room. This is a landline phone, but it's Bluetooth compatible. If you watched my What I Got for Christmas video, I unboxed what I thought was a Bluetooth landline, but it was false advertising. It didn't work properly. So I found this brand called Physical Phones, and they sell Bluetooth landlines. You might be thinking, Desi, why do you need a landline? You have a phone, a regular phone. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I want to be able to call a friend and be stuck to one place and walk around and pace in circles and just remember that feeling of what it was like when I did that when I was a kid. I don't know, for nostalgia, for fun. As it says, offline is the new luxury. Okay, well, I'm waiting for that to charge because it is USB-C, so it has to charge. I am going to try putting this over here and putting the chair over here to break this up a little bit. I was thinking how the wash basin looked like a little bit like it doesn't fit, but maybe if I put some flowers and it functions as a vase, and then I stack more books around it, it kind of fits like it's part of the library. I've got to get the rug in here, so it's time to reveal a secret that every girl has, the underbed treasure hoard.
AKA all the things I've hidden under here for months that future me is meant to deal with. It's basically an underbed museum of things I haven't found proper homes for yet. Let's see what's in here, shall we?
Books and journals, Christmassy books. I think these are a bunch of Fairy Loot editions that I need to sell. Rose and Chains, this is so pretty, but I think I just prefer the regular cover. You know how dragons hoard gold? I am a frame dragon. There are way too many frames under my bed, more than you would think can fit. I just can't help myself. When I'm at the thrift store, I think, oh wow, that's so pretty. I don't have a space for it now, but I might someday. I was a horse girl as a kid. That was my miniature horse named Victor. Am I flashing anybody? I really hope not. This channel is PG, occasionally PG-13. I think that's just about all the frames. This was kindly gifted to me a few years ago. This is a clue board, but it's the luxury edition. 3D cutout and has glass on top. Clue has been my favorite board game for forever. I just don't have a place to put this. Just such a shame because it's beautiful and needs to be displayed. Mary's favorite toys, these little caps. What else do we have? Blankets. These are the cat's favorite blankets. They go on my bed every night. I forgot. This is my book of the month box. I think from March. How to Write a Love Story. I think this is about a girl who goes to Ireland to finish her dad's novel, and like one of the editors or someone from the publishing house goes and is like, hey, you have to get this done in 2 weeks. And they fall in love, and that just seems so fun. Lady Tremaine, I got this because it's a Cinderella retelling from the evil stepmothers, or maybe I shouldn't say evil, from the stepmother's perspective. I know her to be pretty evil, but I think that this is supposed to kind of show us a different side of her. I'm very intrigued by that one. The Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum. This is about these two true crime podcast hosts. one of them goes missing and the other one has like 24 hours or something to find them, based on the knowledge that they have from having read these true crime stories for years. As an avid true crime podcast listener, I had to get this one. And then they had, I think it was their most popular book from last year, they were putting in everybody's boxes, so I got Wild Dark Shore. I don't know much about this one other than I think it's about this family who lives on an island like really close to Antarctica, and this woman shows up. They take her in, and I really don't know if things get really weird. I don't know if this is a horror book or contemporary fiction. A novel of breathtaking twists, dizzying beauty, and ferocious love, Wild Dark Shore is about the impossible choices we make to protect the people we love, even as the world around us disappears. That sounds very good. We've also got Goosebumps, a great book collection to have under your bed. Then I can just grab one if I wake up in the middle of the night and want to just scare myself even more and read some Goosebumps. These are the original covers. Gab, if you're watching this, thank you again so much for sending these to me.
As I was putting the frames away, I realized that half of decorating is less about buying new things and more about letting old things find a new place. And maybe that's why rearranging a room feels so much like reinvention, because some small part of you hopes that a new space might make life feel new again too. But maybe the new you isn't new at all. Maybe she's just a girl who finally decides that her everyday life is worth the effort of making it feel like hers. I'm gonna need all sewers and type A people to look away because what happens next is not my finest work. I decided very last minute that if I get a girly bed, Mary deserves a girly bed too. This thrifted sheet had been living long enough in the back of my closet. It was finally time for it to shine, or more accurately, time to get unfairly attacked by my scissors. Like, what am I even doing here? This is the perfect example of what it looks like when someone with ADHD tendencies gets an idea and has approximately 5 minutes to see it finished. But honestly, if I've learned one thing from cats, it's that the more perfect you try to make something for them, the less interested they are in using it. So because I care about her taste, I made hers as unrefined as possible. I did it for Mary. And the ultimate goal here is for Mary to actually continue using the bed. And then, please be kind, I used glue. I know, and with the gloves on, it does kind of look a little like I'm performing emergency surgery on the fabric. And as I'm editing this video right now and doing this voiceover, I can confirm she does sleep on this every single night. And then I added the world's most accurate throw pillow, which I also believe is one of Mary's personal philosophies. By the end of the afternoon, we were too tired to do much but sit on the floor and eat Thai food. The room was finally finished and ready for the reveal.
In the beginning, it was mostly this prior claim he belonged to me. He's just so wonderful. How come I never knew that when I could have had him?
If ever I wanted to run away, I'd go only if you would come with me. 'Cause no one can talk to my heart like you are, you are.
Oh. Hello, welcome, come on in. Let me give you a little tour. This is Mary's bed. She loves her naps, so I got her this pillow. And then I also have some of my favorite books here. These are either ones that I'm currently reading or have read recently and I just want to keep them near me. This is actually the coolest invention ever. It's currently connected to my phone via Bluetooth. This is the best thing ever. Hello?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. Also, look.
That is pretty cool. What'd that do? Oh, it's
Speaker.
speaker. Nice.
So this is the nightstand situation. I have jewelry, the count, which I'm just about cracking into around 500 pages in, and it's so good. And then I have a bunch of annotating highlighters, some perfume back here, and a napkin because I spill matcha a lot. As you can see, there's green spots on here. And I drink matcha a lot when I'm sitting in bed, so that's there for my matcha. And then my headphones. Here we have the DVD collection. We've had on a different DVD the past few days, and it really makes this room just feel so cozy. And here we have my boys. This is Gatsby. As you can tell, because we have the same hair color, I did indeed birth him. And then actually here we have Gatsby's edition of Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. It was mine, but he sleeps on this, I kid you not, every single night. And we've got my dream bedding from Piglet in Bed. I have wanted their bedding for years and years, and I finally got myself some this year, and I love it. And then we have my desk. Here we've got all of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. So I have 2 different editions of Wuthering Heights, The Story She Left Behind by Patty Callahan Henry, Simply More by Cynthia Erivo, and Anna Karenina. Oh, I'm missing one though. Whoops. The Swan's Daughter by Roshni Chokshi. She goes right here. And then we have my Candied Violets. I have these here for when I have editing nights. They're my favorite candy. We're not gonna look in here. Or, okay, fine, I'll show you. This needs to be cleaned, but it will be. This is my next project. It's nice that we have this so we can pretend that mess doesn't exist. This is my favorite bookshelf in the room. You probably shouldn't pick favorites because the other books, you know, they could get jealous, but this one is my favorite. I purposely have this horse head right there because if you move it, you can see that a cat threw up right here on this book. There's like an outline. Promise I've cleaned it as good as I possibly can, but it's such a beautiful special edition. I didn't want to throw it away and be wasteful, so I just try and cover that right there. And then Jared made this cushion. It's beautiful. He actually made all of this. We do have French doors here, but this balcony, it kind of makes you feel like you're in a prison. It's just bars and then it only goes out about a foot. If I want to, I can open them for fresh air, but I don't usually just because the cats can jump right out and it's too dangerous. I'm not gonna risk their life. And we're good. I have a little Georgette Hare shrine right here, and actually I've never read any of her detective thriller books. If any of you have read any of these, are they good? Why Shoot a Butler? I've heard the most about this one. And then here is a little trinket box of some bookmarks. Little magnetic ones with artwork. A lady on eBay, I ordered a book from her and she included a bookmark that she made herself. Isn't that so sweet? I have my Lucy Jane Wood ARCs. These are also 2 of my most prized possessions. I'm so happy that I was sent both of these, one from 2005 and one from 2004. I love these books so much. Some little hidden artwork for the cats to enjoy. And it's multifunctional because it covers this. It's done and it's perfect. I'm so happy. I love it more than I thought I was going to. It's like magic. If there's a space that you've been thinking about decorating, but maybe you don't quite have the budget to do it on the scale that you would like, I highly encourage you to do even the smallest, littlest change. A new duvet cover or quilt on your bed, or rearrange your bookshelves, or maybe take out a piece of furniture and bring in something new. You know how they say it's the little things in life that you remember and that mean the most. Sometimes I think in your bedroom, little changes can actually do a lot more than you might think. I hope you had a good time. This was so much fun, and I've been editing this as I've been filming it, and it has been the time of my life to edit this. I've had so much fun with the music, and this is just my dream video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I will see you very soon with another video. Until then, I hope you take care of yourself. So do something that helps you feel more you, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, friends.